Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is, I don't even know what today is. Today is Thursday, March 14th. It is 6:22 right now. Market's gonna open in about 8 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple of things here to update and we should be good to go. Just a few more things here. And I lost track of the days. Weeks been flying by. All right, looks good. Good. And it looks like we are good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Copy this over here. All right, looks like we are good to go. So I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in, of course. All right, so good morning, everybody. Looks like people are still making their way in. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here on the liquidity chart, of course. Shouldn't take too long. Zoom out a little bit. Looks like, again, we are at the all-time high, which, I mean, not a big deal, but good to know. Going down to the 8-hour time frame. Going down to the 4-hour time frame. Down to the 2-hour. Down to the 1 hour. Down to the 30-minute. Down to the 15. Down to the 10. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, so going back to the 1 minute over here, as you guys can see, price is pretty much moving pretty heavy right now. Volatility decently high at 10 ATR pre-market. Closest level of liquidity is going to be down, or it's going to be above over here at 39,698. The next level down below is going to be at 39,546. So those are the two levels of liquidity right there. I'm going to go over here to the clean chart. I'm going to mark up 6:30, mark up 8 o'clock. I'm going to go up to the 4-hour time frame, identify a new structure up here. Red structure right here. Price is actually pushing off the 4-hour resistance, which is also the all-time high, going down to the 1-hour. And there is a support level down below here as well. All right, so we got that all marked up right there. Going back to the 1 minute, take this off. And all right, so this looks like price may come back down further, or it might push right back up. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, March 14th. It is 6:27 right now. Market's going to open within 3 minutes. I've marked up liquidity. We have the 4-hour. I have to find a way so it doesn't keep doing that. Oh, it's okay. Resistance level. So we got the 4-hour resistance level up here. Going over to our main chart, we had some news this morning. We had news over here at 5:30, which is PPI, high impact news. And then we have news at 7 and 7:30. So news over here, 7 and 7:30. And then, of course, the high impact news, you guys can see it's this huge red candle right here. All right, guys, so it looks like everything's pretty much set up so far. So good morning, everybody. Looking over here at the PRB, looks like we might be getting a sell here. So we'll look for price to kind of swing back, reject off the pivots, provide space, consolidation. And then from there, we will look for continuation. For the breakout V3, there is no double body or double wick, so we're kind of okay for right now. There might be a double body here when market opens. I mean, we'll see what happens when the market opens here, but if that's the case, then yeah, we might have an entry pretty close to open over here for the breakout V3. But again, we'll have to see what happens when the market opens. I'll mark that structure right there so we can possibly follow it. We'll go from there. So Jake's asking what's the ATR period. We each use the default. ATR period is typically 14. That's just what the default is. We don't change any of the settings. I mean, you can if you want, but we don't change them ourselves. So, all right, guys, morning, everybody. Market's about to open in about 15 seconds. We have a possible double body rejection right here. So we'll see what happens here when market opens. Otherwise, we'll see where this market takes us. So market is about to open in 3, 2, 1. Market is now open. So we do have no longer. I had a feeling that was going to happen, that big spike. So we don't have any double body, double wicks right now. So there's no breakout V3s coming up anytime soon. Looking over here at the PRB, this could possibly be setting up for a sell. But again, we would need to check off the criteria to make sure that it meets what's required here. Here is our main chart. You can see prices rejecting directly off the sessions right there. It's the Asia high. So we got that right there, opening price. Opening price and opening price right there. All right, so we got everything pretty much marked up here so far. Price is pushing back up. If price pushes up, closest level of liquidity is going to be up here at 39,698. Looking over here for the BB3, there's no double body, double wick rejections off any high low, so there's no entries here setting up just yet. Looking over here at the PRB, we may get a rejection off the pivots right here. If that's the case, then possible opportunity here for the BB3 if it does set up. But again, you have to wait for that candle to actually close. So we actually already had the rejection right here on the opening candle. This might be a second rejection here, but we'll see what happens here in the next few. Next, looking over here at retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently 82% short. This indicates that 82% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So you typically want to do the opposite and buy 83% now. So we'll see what happens here when market continues to push along. Other than that, looking over here at the fundamentals, currently CNBC has just reported on the S&P. It said that the S&P opens flat after hot inflation data declined in NVIDIA, and of course, live updates. So we'll follow it and we'll see what happens here as price continues to move along. But right now, there's just nothing for us here to work with. There's no space here yet for the PRB. Each of these candles are rejecting off the pivot, so there's still no space there. Price is coming down, so if that's the case, that's fine. You are looking for a sell here for the PRB. We have a double body rejection over here for the BV3. However, there's no sell signal that's coming up, so we're not going to have any sells coming up anytime soon. So it's got to sit tight and wait. We do have a double body rejection right there, though. So this is a good confluence for the PRB. I mean, if and when it comes up. Nice. Yeah, so Kenny said double body rejections on higher highs across several higher time frames. Nice. Good to know, Kenny. So price may continue dropping then if that's the case. But we'll see. That's good to know on the higher time frames, of course. Because typically these lower time frames will follow. So maybe we'll be looking for a sell today. But at this very time, we don't have anything specific to be looking at just yet. The PRB still hasn't set up. We have a bunch of rejections here off the pivots, but there's still no space consolidation yet. Once we get that space consolidation, I can mark it up for you guys if you guys are looking to take the trade here. ATR is currently at 16, so it's not crazy bad. It's pretty much normal right now, where it should be. But it looks like it's probably going to pick up as price continues to drop even further. So, all right, we have the rejections right here. This next candle here may be space. So if that's the case, then something to look out for there. All right. Volatility is actually really high now. So it went from 15, it went from 14 to 15 to 16, now 18. So the volatility is just blasting through right now. So just be careful if you guys are looking to take entries. The last thing you want to get caught in is a whipsaw, right? Whipsaws typically happen when the volatility is too high because price will just whipsaw back and forth. Price is coming down slightly. It's coming down to the 1 hour support actually, which is right here. One hour support level. Price might reject directly off that or might not. I mean, who knows? But it is coming back down to the 1 hour support level right here. That's pretty much the main structure down below. There's no entries here for, there's no double body, double wick, so it's not really a big deal. But this could be setting up for the PRB entry. So price pushes up, rejects off the pivots, comes back down. This could be the PRB entry here. We have a sell signal there too. Trend meter's red. So you're basically looking for this to push up, reject off the pivot, and come right back down. Push up, rejection, come back down, continuation. For the most part, that's what you're looking for the PRB specifically. There's no rejection, so it's not looking like this is going to be the entry for the PRB, at least not yet. So you have space down here. There's some consolidation space. Now you're just looking for that pattern. All right, so we're going to sit tight for a bit here. Not really too much to work with. All right. So it looks like the PRB could be setting up here. It's not there yet. There's still no double body, double wick, so there's no breakout V3 coming up anytime soon. But I'll keep an eye out on it. There's no other entries here that can come up either because there's no double body, double wicks for any V1s. There's no pending sell signal, so you can't even take that either. However, there may be a high level momentum scalp that's setting up here. There's a lower low down here. So if you're looking for that correction back up, possibility. All right, this might be the PRB entry right here, guys. So if anybody's looking to take the PRB, if this candle rejects off that pivot right there, this will be the PRB entry. I'm not taking this trade, but if you guys want to take it, I'm just marking it up for you guys. For those of you who still take the PRB, as you guys know, I only take the breakout V3. So this right here is the PRB entry. I'm not in this position, guys. Again, this is just a markup for you guys, for whoever wants to take the trade here. I think it's a little tricky because it's currently its consolidation phase right here as price goes sideways. It's now in profit. And we'll just follow it and see where this goes. So I'm just checking something over here. All right, so make sure everything here is good. Looks solid. So I'm not in this position, guys. Again, not in this position here. I was just looking at some stuff on the side. There's no double body, double wicks here, so there's no breakout V3s that are setting up just yet. Again, I'm not in any position right now. The only position that I personally take myself is the breakout V3, which has not come up here yet. I'm looking for maybe a double body right here. This may be a double body setup. However, we don't have a buy signal yet. So, or it might come up right there. So if this candle here closes red, there will be another double body that comes up right here. And on top of that, it'll have a sell signal or a buy signal there, which will allow us to start looking for a possible sell. But we need that buy signal there to close. Otherwise, we're not going to have another sell signal. So Kyle's asking, Sean, have you ever had rejected orders? No. Well, what's the message that comes up when you get the rejected orders? Because if you have a rejected order and it says that like you got to contact admin or only admin can execute trades, that means that the trailing drawdown was hit. So I've never had it. Well, yeah, I've never had it before myself, but from what I've seen and what people have said, it depends on like what message comes up when you get the rejected order, because typically it'll give you like an error message. But if it says something like contact admin or you can't execute orders, only admin can, or something like that, something that has to do with like admin. Oh, because you're on the wrong contract, Kyle. Uh, you should be on YMM for YMH was last month, it was March. The contract rolled over. So that's the thing with futures contracts too. You have to understand like what contract you're currently on. The current contract right now is YMM. It's YMM for June 2024. Because March contract expired already. All right, so we have a possible buy signal here coming. Yeah, no problem, Kyle. All right, so yeah, right here, we have a possible buy signal that's pending. If this buy signal here closes, then we can possibly look for the correction back down further to the breakout V3. If it pushes up higher, it might establish a new high, and that's completely fine as well. We just have to disregard this one and look for the next high as price pushes up higher. Yeah, no, I'm glad you didn't blow your account, Kyle. When you said your orders got rejected, I was like, oh no, Scott blew the account. It's just the contract that you're on. I know, never could be you, right? Never could be Kyle. All right, so this right here is no longer the high, guys. Actually, there might be another one here. So if this candle here closes red, we're going to have another high here. If not, then let's wait for it to push up higher. Looks like the PRV didn't play out. All right, it's still running actually. PRV is still running. So if this comes back down, this could be the reversal that'll bring it back down. Okay, so I mean, that's fine. Actually, that's a pretty good confluence. If this comes down right here, the PRV is still running, it looks like. There'll be a double body rejection right there. Then we'll look for a sell signal and a continuation down further. If you guys are looking for the normal scalps, if you get a sell signal there as well, oh, this is actually the high level momentum scalp. I don't know if anybody caught it. I don't know if it'll play through. There's a couple conflicting analyses over here because the high level momentum scalp's pushing up, BB3 setting up right here, and the PRV is still running. So I would probably, I mean, for me personally, I'd go with the sells instead of the buys right now. So we have a pending sell signal right here on this red candle. I'm not sure if it'll hold, but we'll see. There's a couple conflicting analyses here, which is, it happens, right? Sometimes you get conflicting analysis like that. But for me personally, I'd be looking for a sell here. Because I'd look for the PRV to continue back down. I'd look for this to also continue back down further. And so price actually came down and hit liquidity. I'm not sure if anybody saw this down here either. There's a lot of entries that have been like kind of setting up down here. The liquidity down there got hit already. We have the breakout V3 setting up right here. We have the sell signal right there. All right, so if this next candle here closes red, this is going to be the breakout V3. So we got price coming back down to retest liquidity. It already hit TP, but it's coming back down again to retest. And this is also going to line up with the breakout V3 right here. But again, you guys have to wait for the candle to close. We have about 40 seconds left on this candle, so it's a lot of time. Give it some time and have some patience. Price is probably going to come back and retest the support level down here. But again, you got to wait for the candle to close. No getting in early. Got to wait until it comes down to the last, 5-10 seconds. And then hopefully it's like a pretty clear candle. If it's not a clear candle, then obviously you're going to want to sit out a little bit and wait. We got 15 seconds left on this candle right here. Again, I'm going to wait for it to actually close because this can easily just fling back up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not an entry. So no entry there. The candle did not close red. Now we have a double body in both directions. All right. So let's see what happens here. Because if this is the case and we get another double body here, I mean, price, well, you could already see the consolidation now. The consolidation is established, right? You guys see the consolidation now. This might be a pushback up to opening price, which I'm cool with too. So I'm okay with this here as well. Price is consolidating. I mean, preferably, I actually wanted to buy anyways because the retail sentiment is so high. I want to go against retail, right? I don't care about what's going on the other side, but I prefer to be against retail. So we have a double body rejection here. It's within a consolidation phase / range, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see if this pushes back up. Yeah, it's also near the sessions too right here. It's kind of a tricky area. Daniel said he took the V1 pattern down for 25 in confluence with the PRV for a full TP. Nice work, Daniel. So Daniel actually took the trade there for a sell. He saw the V1 pattern with the pending. He took it down further, and then he wrote it down for 25 points, and then he's out. So nice work right there. So again, I'm not forcing anything here. I'm just waiting. This low here looks like it's going to get invalidated. Not yet, but yep. Got invalidated just like I thought was going to happen. PRV, full TP. All right, guys, full TP on PRV for whoever took it. Great work. I didn't take it. Looks like Tom took it. A couple of people took it here. Yeah, Kenny said, kind of glad that wasn't the setup. because price is rejecting off the zone pretty hard in sessions. Yeah, I mean, it's in a tricky area right now. There's a lot of like red flags, right? But I'm glad the PRB played out. A lot of you guys here took that. So I went to your full TP. PRB right there. Nice. So Daniel said just passed two more 150K counts. He's 9 funded, 11 more to go. Nice work, Daniel. Huge, huge congrats to Daniel here. He's now funded on 9 accounts. All right. And again, we're just waiting for opportunity here. There goes the liquidity, guys. Liquidity is blasted right through. So if you guys took the retest over here for liquidity, this is kind of what we talked about last week. You know, a lot of people are just waiting for that retest of the area, and it just went straight through. So liquidity right there, blasted right through. And again, we're just waiting for our breakout V3 to set up here. It's not there yet, but it's going to come up at some point. Actually would have been a nice entry right there if it came up, because it would have pushed towards liquidity, which is all good. I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. Jake is asking if you want multiple Apex accounts, should we do it under the same account? Yeah, you have to do it under the same account, Jake, because they're all going to be linked. So when you buy another Apex account, it'll just show up under your account. So you'll have like multiple accounts that show up. It's just going to be all under the same account. You can't open some multiple ones, or they'll pretty much ban you if you do that. If you have a max of 20 accounts. But yeah, that's the way to do it. You'll just buy it, and then so guys. Just a heads up, they're doing 80% off right now. This is probably the biggest discount that they'll offer. I know before they had a 90% off, but that was like only for 1 month. The 80% off is typically like the biggest discount that they're giving. So if you guys want to sign up for Apex, you know, go to the Discord, go to the announcements channel over here. I posted the link with the promo code. And if you guys sign up to it, you'll lock in that 80% off monthly. The thing with Apex, guys, is that I don't know how long these promos are going to last for. So I would get them while you can, right? Because there's a lot of people on Apex now. You know, once their promotions and stuff kind of like fall off, then everyone's gonna have to pay full price. Full price is like 300 something for 150K account. But if it's 80% off, I think it's like 60 or 90, somewhere around there. It's like 60 bucks per 150K account. So it's a pretty big steal, in my opinion. Kenny said, do you think it's possible to have 20 accounts under your personal name and 20 under your business? I don't think so, because your personal name is still linked to your business. So if you guys saw my funded accounts over here, it's still linked to it. So if you look over here on mine, it says Kodi Kai Trades LLC, and then it has my name. So you can't really get away with it. Your name's still going to be linked to it. I think it's 20 per household. Yeah, what Sisu said. Gotcha. Thanks, Sisu. Yeah, I guess in the FAQs, it said 20 per household. Good to know, guys. Yeah, the FAQ has a lot of stuff. If you guys go there and just search stuff up, I mean, if you're ever bored, like sometimes I just go to the FAQ and I look up things to see like what's what. And there's a lot of information in there. Like there's a little too much information in there. And I'm glad that they have a search bar where you can pretty much look for specific things. All right, so there's no entries here yet, guys. Again, you know, price is probably going to correct back up. It's probably not going to drop forever. We just got to wait for that V1 pattern, and then we'll have this whole gap space over here to push back up to opening price. So again, guys, we are now waiting. There's no other entries here available. Price is pretty much cutting through all the sessions down here. Next level of liquidity is going to be down here. If price continues to drop, this is going to be the target price point. If not, then price is probably going to correct back up. But we'll see. So if it drops further, target price point is going to be the liquidity down below right here at 39,404. Otherwise, and it's getting to the lower end of the 1 hour support. So that liquidity right there is actually where the 1 hour support level ends. So this might be the correction from where we're currently at. The price might come down, give us a double body somewhere down here, and climb its way right back up. Because it's so overextended right now. So, you know, price might swing back up. We just gotta wait for it. Just gotta be patient. Yeah, Kyle, if you want to get some more Apex accounts, this is probably your time, bro. That's the biggest discount that you can get, 80% off. Let's see. Sam is asking, will you be charged monthly fee if you purchase the Apex accounts and leave them? Yeah, you you have to cancel them to stop the charge, Sam. So you have to use them. If you're not going to use them, then don't buy them. Um, they charge you until you get funded. So you'll get charged until you pass, and then once you pass, they don't charge you anymore. You just have to pay the activation fee for the funded account. Nice, Kyle got 9 accounts. I know you got the nice 300Ks. Yeah, if I knew it was going to be like this smooth to get funded and pass accounts, I would have gone to 300Ks, but it's all good. I'm good with like 150Ks. But yeah, it's solid. I think Kyle will be like the first one here with like 2,300K accounts. It's pretty cheap too. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Jeff said needed to go lower and give a V1 to the top. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to. Kyle's asking what contracts are we looking at YM? Yeah, well, YM is the same thing as US30. So all I trade is YM. On TradingView, I use YM1. This is a continuous contract, but if you're trading, like executing your trades on TradeDebate or on NinjaTrader, you have to use the current contract. There's a way to roll over the contracts. You just have to look on just Google it and it'll show you. It's pretty simple. It's like under databases, under your workspace, and it'll swing over to the newest or the current contract. Right now, it's currently in June. So like from now until June, we'll be on that same contract, which is YMM24 or YM June 24. Yeah, Kenny said, imagine trading 35 contracts. It's nuts, right? It's a lot. That is a lot. Um, yeah, I wish they didn't have a contract cap on the account size, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm happy with what I got. So not a big deal. Hey, Zay. Yeah, no, definitely glad to have you here, bro. Hopefully you get funded and you get payout just like everybody else here. I was thinking, guys, like because the payout date is coming up, I might do like a small payout withdrawal just to just to make sure and show you guys that it's real. Because a lot of you guys keep asking if like Apex is legit or not. They're paying out to other people, but I think I'll just request a small payout for my current funded accounts, just so that you guys can see that they're legit. Bottom liquidity just got hit, guys. Okay, so the bottom liquidity just got hit right there. So if anybody took it, nice work. Looks like it already went to full TP already. Let's see. Yeah, it went straight through. So if anybody caught that bottom liquidity, there you go. Maybe it'll reverse right back up from where it's currently at now. We'll see. But there we go. Bottom liquidity got hit. It's currently below the 1 hour support. We'll see if price fakes out down here. That's kind of what I look for. I look for the fake out, and then it'll probably correct right back into the range or the zone here. But we'll see. We're not really predicting anything here. We're kind of just waiting for the market to show us what we need. But this thing is way overextended at this point. Let's see. Oscar said, don't we have to trade the PA accounts for 10 days before payout? Yeah, I think so. Is that how many days? I believe so. I can't remember if that's the case, but yeah, I've had my PA accounts for like about 2 weeks now. So I can request payouts on my first two accounts that I got like a week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Rashida said you have to trade 10 days before requesting. Yeah, that's right. Karen said, isn't there a maximum withdrawal on the first 3 months for payouts on Apex? Yeah, if you're on a 150K account, the max payout is 2,750 every 2 weeks. So for every 2 weeks, you can make the max withdrawal of 2,750, which is perfectly fine because you don't want to be withdrawing too much anyways. You still want that cushion because your trailing drawdown stops at at 50, I forget what it is, like 51,000 or something like that, or 50,001. Yeah, I forget what that is, but it's something like that. You want to keep enough cushion. That's why I'm saying, like, if I'm gonna make a withdrawal or a payout, I'm gonna make a small one. I'm just gonna make a small one so I can get the wire and make sure that the money comes through, which I'm pretty sure it will. That's why I'm only gonna take like something small, like maybe a couple thousand per account, because 1,000 is not gonna make a big difference. That's like one trade, especially on a 10 contract. Because for on my funded accounts, I'm using a 10 contract, guys. So each trade I'm looking to make around like 1,250. So it's basically just taking one trade out of my drawdown. If I do pull from whatever's left there. Yeah, CT said he got her first payout early January. They are legit. Yeah. CT got his payout. I think we had a screenshot of that. Andrew also got his payout. He took the max payout. Yeah, because a lot of people keep asking if Apex is legit. I know for sure they're legit. And it's just up to you guys if you guys want to use them or not. Nobody's being forced to use Apex. If you guys don't want a good deal, don't take it. But I'm gonna take a good deal because a good deal is a great deal. Um, yeah, it's crazy. It's so cheap to get like a 150K count or even higher. Like Kyle's been getting 300K counts. That's like it's like less than I don't know. It's like $100, I think, or even less, depending on your discount. Super, super cheap. Daniel said, after you get the email that payment is processed for your payout, how long does it usually take to hit your account? Um, I think there's like a cutoff date. I think on the 15th or I forget what date. The 15th and the last day of the month is typically where the payout has to be sent out. So it'll usually come before that, depending on when you requested it. I think the 15th is like the last day that it'll come out, and the 31st as well. So there's like a payout period where you have to request, and then by that certain date, that's where you get paid out. But it can happen anytime. Like if they're not busy, they'll just pay you out same day. I've seen some people get paid out same day. Um, it's pretty smooth. Gosh, yeah. So Jake said 200 for 300K. It's not bad. Still pretty good for like what you could flip it for, basically once the account gets funded. And let me see. I think I could even see it over here. We have Apex open right here. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because normally 300K is like 600, so 80% of that, yeah, it's about $100. Not bad. You're basically paying for two 150K accounts, but it takes up one slot. I would prefer to have that now because, I mean, obviously now that I know. Hey, Ferlin, morning. Yeah, good to see you here. Finally made it. So yeah, welcome to, I know you've been around, Ferlin, you've been around since like COVID time, but I think this is the first time you actually joined, so that's great. Or you probably have joined in the past. Yeah, it's always good to see new faces, old faces. Always happy to see everybody here profiting, so it's always a good thing. Nick said, I guess they're finally giving the day to the sellers. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Jeff is asking, is anyone a non-US citizen and has gotten a payout? Yeah, has anyone here gotten a payout who's not a US citizen? The only people I know who've gotten payouts are US citizens so far. I know you guys go through a different payout structure if you guys are international. Um, I think it's the same thing. It's still wire, but I'm not sure how it works specifically. Yeah, Tom, I saw that too. Yeah, in the settings, there's something to click for international payment. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a wire or they do crypto or something. I'm pretty sure it's not crypto. Nice, yeah. So Tom's waiting for his payout as well. He's in Canada. Yeah, so it's got to be a wire or a bank transfer. That's what it seems like. Let's see. So Kenny's asking, so the trades that hit today so far are PRB, pivot scalp liquidity. I think there was a V1 variation over here too, Kenny. The V1 over here that one that came up before the pivot scalp that Daniel took. So Daniel took that as a confluence into the PRB, and then the momentum scalp came up right there and liquidity. Yeah, you're right. I think that's pretty much it. That's hit for today. Yeah, Daniel said hopefully first pay up for tomorrow then. Yeah, no, definitely. All right, so we are still waiting, guys. There's no opportunities here yet. The ATR looks like it's going to start coming down as the volatility slows down a bit. There's no double body, double wick here, but again, that's what we're waiting for. We're looking for a double body, double wick to confirm reversal, and then we'll look for that swing back up, but we don't have that double body, double wick yet. All right, so we got the 1 hour or the 1 minute support down here. So we got the 1 minute support right there. There's no double body or double wick yet, so there's no opportunity for entry here. Just to confirm with you guys right there. So we have a low right here, but there's no double body or double wick. So there's not going to be any entry here, at least not yet. We have a new high setting up right there as well. So what we might get here is you might just get a bit of some consolidation, which is fine. I'm okay with consolidation range right now. This is kind of like the same setup from yesterday. It's kind of been like this all week, actually. So if you guys have been following for the whole week, if the trade doesn't come super early, it just kind of chills for a bit, like between like 7:10 and 7:20 around there. And then it'll start pushing in a direction. So this is actually the same setup as yesterday. It kind of just goes sideways for a bit. And then, obviously it flattens out. And people just not know how to trade the different contract. It's YM 2024. I don't know. Angel said he's been trading YM1. Has anyone been able to trade on YM1? I don't believe anybody could trade on YM1 because it's the continuous contract. You have to trade on YMM or like the other ones. I'm not sure. I'm not going to answer any questions there. Not for now, at least. I'm just going to focus on the charts. All right. So we are getting, let's see. No, there's nothing here yet. All right, Daniel. We'll see you back here on Monday. Yeah, so have a great weekend, Daniel. See you back here on Monday. See, Eric said he was able to trade on YM1 until today. Yeah, I think I was able to trade on YM1 like a long time ago too, but it's been a while. All right, so we have a double body rejection right here coming up, guys. If this candle closes red, this is going to be a double body rejection. You might have to sell here for the breakout V3. But again, we just got to wait. It's going to set up for a possible consolidation right here. It's kind of tricky. I mean, it's still a double body, but again, it's going to just get validated right there. So again, we're just waiting for that double body rejection to come up. Let me scroll down real quick. Let's see. So Ferlin said, Sean, so the two bottom green bars don't qualify as a body rejection? No, because it has to be off a lower, it has to be up a high low, Ferlin. So it can't be any random candle. It has to be off a high low. The low's right here. So the double body would have to be off that same candle. And then same with this right here. The high's right here. So it'd have to be on that candle right there. Like it would have to be a double body rejection off the high or off the low. It can't be like this one over here that doesn't have any high low on it. Ernest said I might have to go back to work Monday. Nick said quit. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no problem, Farland. Yeah, you'll pick up on it, guys. It's really simple what we're doing here. It's just rinse and repeat. So if you continue to see what I'm doing, what I'm analyzing on the chart, you guys will be able to pick up on what we're looking for because it's not super difficult. But once you get it, it's super simple. Like you're gonna know exactly what to look out for. So right here we have a high. We're looking for a double body rejection right here. If this candle closes red, it'll be a double body rejection. If it doesn't, then it'll probably keep pushing up. But yeah, it's kind of what we're looking for here. So it keeps pushing up higher, but it keeps setting up a new higher, a new double body. So maybe this will be the double body that we're looking for right here. I think there's news at like 7, or there was news at 7 o'clock actually. Mark that right there. Forgot about it. So there's news at 7 o'clock right there. Let me check the news calendar. I know 7:30 news is like low, like super low impact. It's nothing to be worried about. So here's the thing that kind of throws me off, because the inflation rate was actually really good. I mean, it was positive. Retail sales were bad, but PPI, core PPI was positive, and prices have been dumping super heavy. Retail sales weren't even that bad. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen because it looks like price shouldn't have dropped like, this far, obviously. All right, we have a possible breakout V3 that's setting up right here, guys. So we have a double body rejection right there. We need to get a sell signal. I mean, this is kind of a mess now. Now we have another double body right here. So if this ends up closing with a green candle, this is going to be super small consolidation range right here. Jeff said psych to the max. Yeah, it just pretty much invalidated both the high and the low. There's not even a low here anymore. There was a low there for a second. It disappeared. Super psych right there. And yeah, it gave us a double psych right there. It gave us a double body right here, psych, double body down here, psych. And now it's pushing right back up even further, which is fine because I personally would prefer to take a buy here anyways. Yeah, we just gotta wait. There is just not much to work with here. It's unfortunate, but it's all good. Again, you just gotta be patient. Like I've said over and over again, there's no need to get any FOMO for anything because the entry is gonna come up when it comes up, right? There's no like maybes here. The entry has to come up as it's supposed to. And right here at the moment, it's not really doing too much. The good thing is that the PRB hit, so that's one. Momentum scalp, V1 variation. So there's two entries that came up right here. I'll just mark it up so that if you guys ever want to go back and take a look. So I'll mark this up right here. This was a V1 variation full TP. And then there was another one. That was right here as well. This was a pivot scalp, momentum scalp, full TP. And that's pretty much it. There was also I don't think there was any momentum pullback scalps here that could have been taken. At least not that I can see. Yeah, two entries right there. No, they haven't changed Nicholas. I just put it up there for because I don't want it to cover the whole screen. If we have like a big TP stop loss, it's just going to cover the screen. It's just for visualization because we didn't take those entries and they're not counting. They're just so that people know that there was an entry that was right there. Yeah, sorry, I didn't try to confuse. It's just because yeah, we want to keep this as clean as possible. I might even take this off if price comes back up to this area because we just don't want stuff in the way. It's just easy right here because the price is so gapped below. All right, so there's no other entries here. There's nothing really setting up. We kind of just have to wait a bit. Um, Ernest said he's looking for the link to the indicators. Here, I'll give you the link right now, Ernest. There you go, Ernest. Link is right there. All right, so yeah, other than that, guys, it looks like price is pretty much just ranging between the 1 minute support and the 1 hour support level right here. Sure, no problem, Ernest. Yeah, hopefully you keep making profits, Ernest, so you don't have to go back to work. I think that's everyone's dream, right? To just be a full-time trader. And I think right now is like this is probably the best time to like make it happen, really, because there's so much. Well, if you just follow the live sessions, I mean, a lot of the trades that you guys need to take are taken during this time period, anyways. So yeah. All right. So there's no double body right here, guys. Price is kind of just consolidating. The thing is that this consolidation is actually pretty big. Each candle is moving pretty heavy. So each candle here is about like 200 or it's like 28 to 30 pips, 30 points. So that's about like 200 pips, 300 pips. Each channel here is pretty big. It's decently big for what we're looking for here. Kind of eats into the ATR. So ATR is currently 22. We're getting a possible sell signal here, which is completely fine. I actually want the sell signal here to close so that we can get a double body somewhere down here and then catch that on its way back up. So I want this sell signal here to close. I want price to come down a little bit, provide me a double body rejection right there, come back up. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. Of course, no sell signal. Yeah, CT said each candle is approximately 22 ticks, hence the ATR, right? Yep, exactly. That is exactly what it is for people who, it just basically simplifies it. So you don't have to kind of measure the candles. You're kind of just looking down at the ATR. This shows you what the average true range is for the past 14 candles. So for the past 14 candles, the average is about 22, but if you like disregard the smaller candles, it obviously would be higher. So yeah, pretty much spot on. Nick said that his Ninja Trader just disconnected and came back on. I don't, thankfully it didn't happen to me. Did it make a noise, Nick? I didn't hear anything on my end, so maybe it did disconnect and I just wasn't paying attention. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, no, mine's fine. I have all my accounts kind of like on one side. So like, that bubble, when it's a green bubble, it's on. It's been green this whole time. I know when it's yellow, it means that it's disconnected. So I just try to keep it up just to make sure, because you never know, like anything can happen. Let's see, question from Tom. Tom is asking, what is your for your trading, what is ideal ATR? It's around like between 15 and 20 around there. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. Like if the ATR is higher, we could just increase the TP stop loss. Like right now we're doing 25, 25. If the ATR is like 25 to 30, we'll just increase our TP stop loss to 30, 30, right? To move with the volatility. So there's no, I mean, the ideal ATR for like what we're trading right now is going to be, somewhere below 25, of course, but doesn't necessarily have to be. But yeah, it's between like 15 and 20 around there. All right, perfect. So we have the perfect setup right here. Now give me that buy signal and we could be good. We got a double body right here. Now we just need price to push up a little higher, provide a buy signal and go from there. That's what we are looking for here. But again, if this pushes lower, it's just going to establish a lower low. Yes, it's like, yeah, you just gotta sit tight, guys. Just gotta wait. There's no need to, because we still have to wait for the momentum anyways. There's no need to like get too jumpy just yet. But there goes the setup right there. Looks like the buy signal might be coming soon. Double body rejection, price is pushing up. We got news in about 10 minutes. Thanks, Maddie, for the heads up. We got news for natural gas stock change. Thankfully, this is like low impact. It's not really going to do much, but it's still something to pay attention to. So, all right, we'll see what happens here. Again, we need that buy signal. Once we get that buy signal, we can look for the continuation. So I kind of want a decently big candle for the buy signal. Of course, not a huge candle, but I want a decent candle. So like, not like this one right here. This is too weak. I want something that's like this right here, like a normal size candle. So once we get that candle, we get the green candle after, it'll probably push up higher. Ideally, that's what I'm looking for. Ideally, it isn't always the case, but if everything lines up, that's kind of what we're looking for. Let's see if this continues to. So this has been invalidated, guys. There's no longer there's no double body there because there's a new low. So it's all good. Again, we are waiting for double body, double wick off the high low. Yeah, Rashida said, I would like the double body lower by the other double body. Yeah, no, me too. I think that would be solid, right? I think ideally, if it drops down a little further, like down here, and then go up, that'd be cool. If it drops down that low, then this will just be the range, right? The range will be between there. And then we got the range going back and forth. And then down here, push back up. I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios here that can play through. Let's see, Jeff said Ninja Trader is showing a double body. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, no, I see that. I'm not gonna go off that though. I'm gonna keep going off the trading view. But yeah, thanks for that, Jeff. I'm looking at it right now. It's kind of hard to tell because I'm not zoomed in close enough. So It might be slightly offset, kind of like this, because this could look like a double body too if it's like zoomed out kind of far. But I mean, who knows? But I'm gonna stick with trading view because it's typically what we base those double bodies off. Yeah, this is the problem when the volatility gets super low, is that you don't get candles that are lined up anymore, right? They look like they could be double bodies, or they can be double bodies on different assets or platforms, but it's kind of just hard to tell. So for me, preferably, I would actually want price to come down a little further again and then come back up. It's 7:22 right now, so it's getting closer and closer to 8 o'clock. But again, there's no need to force anything here. Like I said, guys, we're just gonna wait. The volatility will probably pick up again as we get closer and closer to 8 o'clock. Right now, the volatility is, I don't want to say the volatility is down or low because the ATR is still pretty high, but the candle movements aren't very smooth. They're kind of blocky right now. So again, we wait. I just hate waiting. Hate waiting gets me a little antsy, but we've been doing pretty good so far. All right, just looking at my forex trades. My forex trades are pretty deep in profit again. So here's my USD CAD. So I've been in this position for like 2 days now, or 3 days. Up about 138. You guys remember my GU position? I closed out for full TP already. My Euro USD position is currently at 300 in profit. So my forex position so far, I'm up a little over 1,000 across all my trades for this week. They're smaller trades, small account, but I grew this account from 5,000 to about 10,000 now. I basically doubled it within, I don't know, a couple weeks. Okay, so at least something here is working for me right now as I continue to wait for breakout V3. Nick said, was that a V1 variation scalp on Euro USD? Yeah, for the most part, kind of similar, but I'm trading on the daily time frame, so I don't really there's like other confluences that I use. But yeah, basically you have the gist of it. It's basically V1 variation, but I don't really use the trend and stuff. I use like my own analysis and price action. But yeah, you did spot that properly. You can see the V1 right there. Same with my USD CAD, same thing. V1 right there, pushed up. So you guys can see, like I mentioned, these strategies here, they work across like all assets. So my strategies work across all assets. They work on different time frames. For Forex, I just trade on the daily because I don't want to be on the charts at all. So I just wait until like the market closes at 2 o'clock, and then I look for my opportunity there. But it's not just a V1 by itself, Nicholas. I used it with other confluences, so just keep that in mind. I mean, technically, you can take all the V1s; they'll probably hit. But I use other confluences as well, just to make sure that the trade's going in the direction that I want it to. All right, so we have a pending buy signal here. There is no V1 pattern here, unfortunately, so nothing here that we can take at the moment. It's 7:25 right now. It's getting closer to 7:30. Hopefully, once we get closer to 7:30, we'll get some, at least some volatility, or not necessarily volatility, but get some movement. The volatility is there. You measure each candle. These candles are moving. They're just not moving very directional. They're kind of just going back and forth at the moment. As you can see over here, we have another support level that just get produced right here. So you can see a bit closer where the ranging consolidation is happening. So the ranging consolidation is happening right here between the 1 hour support level and the 1 minute support level, which is now, I guess this can be considered resistance. I think I'll just put SR level. It just makes more sense. Right? I'll just put SR level because, or I'll just leave it as is. And then for this one right here, I'll just leave that as SR because it changes, right? When price goes below, initially this was support, price came below, it's now resistance. So I guess when it gets to that point where it kind of changes a bit, I'll just change it to SR because it can be either or. Doesn't necessarily have to be one or the other. All right, so no double body rejection here still for the breakout V3. The volatility is dying down though. So ATR was currently at 24, 23, went down to 20. We'll see if this starts to chomp down back to like maybe 15. And then it'll probably pick up closer to 8 o'clock. Body. But again, no entry here. Sometimes you're gonna have days like this where the market just isn't really moving too much. I'm surprised it isn't moving very much because there's a lot of news today. There was news like here earlier. I mean, there was movement earlier, but other than that, there's not really too much else to work with. Thanks, Ryan. So Ryan said there's an update from CNBC. Yes, the stocks fall after another hot inflation report. Send treasury yields higher. Okay, so with this right here, price might be pushing back up. So this came out at about 3 minutes ago, 10:25. So I'm hoping price kind of dumps down a little bit and then it swings right back up. Thanks, Brian, for sending that. All right, so yeah, I want people to chase that right there, chase that news for sell and then come all the way back up. So let's get that sell signal right there. I want that sell signal to come up. Once it comes up, we'll look for price to establish a double body, double wick down here, and then come right back up from there. Then we're good. But we need that sell signal. So see, retail sentiment has dumped like heavily. So you can see over here, the retail sentiment's now at 76%. This thing was at like 83 earlier. You can see all the short sellers just got wiped out basically when price started climbing up right here, or they just got closed out. They didn't necessarily get wiped out. They probably pulled out for profit, or they just got stopped out in profit because it was a big drop right here. I'm pretty sure a lot of them were using trailing stops, or they were trailing themselves manually to get to that point. I'm starting to yawn and I'm tired of this here. All right, looks like here we are again, just waiting. There's no other entries which have come up yet either. I mean, there might have been a pivot scalp, so let's go over to the main chart. Yeah, there was another pivot scalp that came up right here. I don't know if anybody was able to catch it or even identify it, but it came up super quick right here. And yeah, I went straight to its TP. So this was another pivot scalp, momentum scalp right there. So this is just for the people who want to take, the other trades, of course. You guys already know this trade was a PRV. All right, price is climbing back up. Oh, man, price is climbing back up without us. I was waiting for our entry here. So I was hoping we would have that opportunity, but yeah, the opportunity did not come up yet. Thanks, Maddie. So the news was negative for today. Negative news. And now we continue to wait here. It's going to be a possible double body rejection if this here closes red. And also, yeah, and Patricia also mentioned that tomorrow is triple witching. Triple witching is like it's a time when like certain quarterly expirations for stock options happen. So like um it's like I'm trying to think of the it's basically when like a bunch of contracts expire. It happens like at the last hour of like stock market for the third Friday of like certain months. And it just causes a lot of like manipulation in the market. Yeah, exactly. So CT said options, futures, and stocks expire. Yeah. Because the contracts are ending, like the market contracts are ending. So that's when they expire, the options contracts. And you'll see the market kind of just go crazy. It usually happens at the end of the session. So it's probably not going to affect us too much, but it is happening that day. So it's something to look out for. Yeah, exactly. Nicholas is even more on point with it. He said when multiple different contract links expire at the same time. That's why they call it triple witching, because there's just so much happening. It's just a big manipulation day. Rashida said, I do not want to take a sell. Please don't close. Exactly right. I'm with you on that, Rashida. So let's see. We have another double body right here again, but it looks like it's probably gonna get pushed up. So yeah, it's climbing up. This is the analysis that we were looking for, right? We just never got the entry. So the analysis that we were looking for was this, right? For price to push back up to open. However, we just never got our entry. So unfortunately, we just gotta keep waiting. The sell might come up here though. Yeah, exactly. Nicholas said it can force people, institutions to have to have to physically purchase or sell shares to fulfill their obligations. Yeah, exactly. Because when the options contracts expire, it just forces whoever is holding those option contracts to execute them or to pay them off, right? Because they become worthless or their options do play through and then they pay. So like it just creates a bunch of manipulation in the market. So tomorrow's gonna be kind of tricky. Thankfully, it happens like towards the end of the session, so it's going to affect the market. It just hopefully it won't affect us too much in the morning, or if we do get a breakout V3, hopefully it happens so early in the morning that we don't have to worry about it. Let's see. Rashida said that Doji is green though, it'd still be a double body. Um, it's tricky, yeah. And I ask myself that question too sometimes, Rashida, because I can't tell if it's green or not. I'm looking over here on my Ninja Trader and it doesn't have a color, it's just a body. Or it's just a white candle. So for me personally, I usually still use it, but it looks like this year's going to get invalidated. Hopefully, pushes up higher. There you go. So it wouldn't even matter to us anyways, Rashida. So I'm kind of glad that that happened because now we don't have to worry about that being, green candle, red candle, whatever it may be. But you're right, Rashida, 100%. Yeah, the candle should be a different color. The double body should be an imbalance in direction. So like you should have one that's kind of like pushing up, and then the following candle is pushing down to signify an actual reversal. All right, so again, guys, we're just waiting. As we get closer and closer to 8 o'clock, you guys know what happens around this time. The volatility dies down. You guys can see the ATR starting to get really low. So I don't know if we're gonna have a breakout B3 today, guys. It's okay if we don't. I mean, it's been a great week so far, all wins for this week. So if we don't get a breakout B3, that's completely fine with me. Um, but if we do, it still needs to be taken. It still needs to be documented. So 7:36 right now. We got about 24 minutes until 8. So we'll see if the volatility picks up towards the last couple of minutes, or if it doesn't, again, that's fine with me. I'm not going to be forcing any trades here. Yeah, Nick said better to not have one than have a loss. Cutoff is 8. Yeah, cutoff is 8 o'clock. I mean, I've seen entries come up after 8, Nick, but I mean, for the most part, I don't take them because I'm usually off by 8 because the volatility is so low that you kind of like it's kind of like forcing a trade at that point. I've only seen two trades come up after 8. There's one that's came up at like 8:10 and it won, and there's one that came up at 8:40 and it lost. So it would have been break even at that point, right? If you're just taking anything after 8. So for me, I'll cut at 8. Yeah, exactly. Nick said the yawn confluence, yawn fluence. Angela said, "Hey Sean, can you put up your chart that shows the other trades that could have been taken this morning?" Sure. So they're right there. If you want to take a screenshot of that, you can. So there's just a variation V1, pivot scalp, momentum scalp, and pivot scalp, momentum scalp down there. Those were the three entries that happened on the main chart. And then of course on the other chart is the PRV, and that's pretty much it. Otherwise, there's also liquidity if you want me to take a look at that. I just didn't mark them up in that way. So we had the liquidity over here too, if you wanted to take, but you already know how to look at liquidity, so you probably know that by now. These are the other liquidities that came up. Right, back to my forex trade. At least my forex trades are looking okay right now. Yeah, I'm up about 500 across both of the trades. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. We may have a double body rejection. Probably swing back down from here. We have a double body rejection right here. There's actually 3 double bodies right there. That initial one down right there. See if this will give us a sell signal of some sort. No sell signal yet, but we do have the double body. So if it continues to drop down lower from where it's currently at, it'll probably give a sell signal. But you guys can see the volatility is just not there. So it's having trouble getting to that point. There we go. Pending sell signal right here. The volatility is just low. So the ATR now is currently at 18. It just gets lower and lower. So with it being so low like that, I mean, it might just be some consolidation that might happen from now until say 8 o'clock. But we'll see. I mean, there's a pending sell signal there, so if it comes down, there's still possibility here. The only thing that I don't want is to hold on to this position for too long. Like I don't want to hold on to this position until like 8 o'clock, and then it just keeps consolidating from there. Because that's typically what happens. You know, we've been in this situation before. That's just the way the market pretty much works for the most part. I was expecting more volatility today because of all the news. There's a lot of news this morning. But I mean, it's all good. It is what it is at this point. PPI here was all good. Retail sales was bad for month over month. Year over year is actually good. And auto sales for month over month were negative. Tomorrow, we don't really have much news. I mean, we do have the New York Empire State Manufacturing Index, which is at 5:30. Otherwise, we have consumer sentiment at 7 as well. All right, we have a pending sell signal here. Volatility is starting to pick up. There we go, the sell signal, perfect. Now we need a red candle here. If the red candle closes, this here is going to be the breakout V3. But again, we gotta wait for the candle to close. We have 50 seconds left on it, so it's a lot of time. Wait a bit. Got 30 seconds left on this candle. 25 seconds. 20 seconds. We got 10 seconds left. We're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This right here
Order
is
filled.
the
Order filled.
this is the EV3. So set that up right there.
Order submitted.
Gotta watch it again on my Replicon, make sure it's fine. So it's at 20. Yeah, that's fine. So I got in a little earlier, I think, where my TP's at 21, which I mean is fine. But yeah, just a heads up. The volatility is low though. So this might go sideways for a bit. Which I mean is fine. I typically don't like holding when it's like going it's so slow like this. Because it just throws up a lot of uncertainty as to like the direction of like where price is gonna go. But this here is the breakout V3. And now we wait. Yeah, it's just so close to 8 o'clock where it's like, and you guys can see the candles here are super small. $7:43. We have about 17 minutes till 8. Typically at this period, I mean, price is kind of just going sideways. I mean, it could be one or the other. It'll either go sideways or you get like some manipulation because a lot of people are getting off at 8 too. Typically 8 o'clock is like the cutoff for a lot of people, or like at least lunchtime for certain people. So now we just sit tight. Let me see if there's any other confluences here. So this is actually a pretty decent confluence here because price kind of came up. It faked out at the sessions, and then now it's coming back down. Target price point is going to be right here. So price does push to the next sessions down here. That could be a direction. Also, this could be a correction back to the downwards trend. So you guys can kind of see where the trend here, the pivots are shifting a little bit. So this could be a correction back to the downside as well. So actually the confluences here are not that bad. It's just the volatility is really low, which is like, I mean, the worst part about it. So the volatility is picking up. It's coming back down further. It's lining up here. I am watching it to make sure everything here is good. Almost there. So 10. See a little bit more. Let me see if there's any look. So another thing here is price. So liquidity here got hit already. I was hoping that there'd be more liquidity there to push to, but there isn't. So there isn't really too much. There's not much of a target here for price to push to. The only target that I can see here where price will push down further will be the sessions right here. So let's see how this candle here closes. Hopefully it like rejects off the pivot and then it just keeps coming down lower from where it's currently at. That's like the best case scenario there. We get a nice rejection off the pivot and it just drops down further as it tries to retest the lower sessions down below. And this is what I hate about trading close to 8 o'clock because you see its price is just ranging going sideways. And here we are back up. All right. So it's kind of what I was expecting with this here. Yeah, this is what I hate about trading at 8 o'clock or close to 8 o'clock because you just get price going sideways. It's close. I was hoping that this would reject off the pivot, which it didn't, of course. But that would have been the confluence that I would have looked for price to drop further from where it's currently at. Nicholas, it hung up a call and heard 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So again, we're just waiting here. this sideways movement until 8 o'clock. I mean, this might just go sideways until 8 o'clock, honestly. Until we get a farther push down further. So I'm looking for the rejection off the pivot. You know, if we can get the rejection off the pivot and it comes down, I think it'll continue to drop down lower. That's going to be the main confluence that I'm looking for. Otherwise, it's not really too much here to work with. It's kind of just waiting for the volatility to pick up, hopefully in our direction. Again, it's just sideways. Nice. CT said he took it for 10 and he got out. He's done for the day. Nice work, CT. Now it's got to sit through this snail movement. There is a pending buy signal. This might hit my stop, it looks, or not. I'm still pretty far from it. It's currently at the sessions right there. It's coming, projecting off the sessions. Hopefully we get another double body there and it just comes right back down. And it is coming down a little bit. So we'll see. Hopefully this is a fake out and it comes right back down. It's right at the sessions. So over a little bit. Okay. Now we just wait even longer. I think this is worse. This is worse than it just going to like one direction or the other, because you're kind of just waiting and then you're just like, there's not really much confluence here to look at. I mean, this is good though. So this is another good confluence. We have another rejection off the sessions, another fake out like we had here. And here we go as price comes back down. But I'm looking for confluence. There's just no confluences there. We don't have a double body right there, but it is rejecting off the sessions. And here he goes, it starts to tumble. I'm looking for that sell signal. Let's get another sell signal and another breakout V3 continuation to the downside. And then that'll be it for us. So we need one more sell signal and give me another red candle for that super confluence. And now we continue. Just wait for this here to. I'm looking for that sell signal. So if we get the sell, there we go. We got a pending sell signal right there. This is just going to be another breakout V3 continuation basically at this point, which is a super confluence that we would need and we would want because it just meets criteria. You got the sell signal right there. It's so close to it. Yeah. I thought the thing was about to push right through. All right, get that sell signal. Let's go. Sell signal.
Order sale. Order sale.
All right, let me out.
Order sale.
Let me get the fuck out of this. All right, I gotta get out of this. All right. Oh shit! I just got funded on 7 more accounts. Damn, I'm like kind of like oh man, this is such a good week. Oh man, thank you to the freaking YM gods. We have like this is I think 9 wins now or 10 wins of like BB3s. Thank you to the BB3 gods. See, this is why I hate trading like closer to 8 o'clock, guys, because this happens. This always happens, right? You guys have seen it before. This always just keeps going. It just does this. It's freaking annoying. I hate when it does this. Usually it plays out though. So we watch it, and this is why you can't get greedy, guys. It hits TP. I had to close out of the position. I wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna chill in this for like another couple of minutes. Nah, I gotta get out of this position. So I got out of it. I'm now funded with like 1,150K counts. Damn, how many counts is that? I'm fucking lit. That's tight. I'm happy you guys are here with me because we're all experiencing this together. We're all in this together. I'm funded 1.65 mil now with Apex. I'm gonna do a withdrawal today. Fuck it. I'm gonna do a withdrawal today. Um, just a little bit, and then just to show you guys, just so you know it's real. Um, but yeah, so I'm funded now 1.65 mil, 11 accounts. That was good. Thank you guys for believing in me. I almost didn't believe myself there for a second. I was so tempted to pull out early when it was down here. And when you guys saw that sell signal, I was like, man, this thing has to push through. And it disappeared. And I was like, fuck. Because I was looking at my Ninja Trader and I could see how many points in profit it was. It said like 23 points in profit, 24 points. And then the sell signal disappeared and went back to 20. And then it shot back to, and it would have hit either way. You see right here, it would have hit either way, like no biggie. But this is why I hate trading close to 8 o'clock. You just gotta have patience and believe in it because that's what it does, right? It does what it does. So let me go and just update this real quick. If you guys have prop to post up, feel free to send them in. I am going to, we're on a crazy winning streak right now, guys, with the BB3. This is what I was telling you guys. So like in February, people are complaining and tripping. Where are those people now, right? Where are the people who are complaining about all the strategies back then? You just got to stick to it. Even with the PRB, right? We had so many people complaining and crying about the PRB. What happened to PRB? Full TP. It's crickets now, right? Nobody's complaining. I'm telling you guys, like if you guys just stick to the game plan, it's gonna work. February was just a shitty month for everybody, not just us, but like other traders. And I told you March was gonna be a good month for us, right? And look what's happened. We've had straight wins for like 2, 3 weeks now. So just stick to the plan, guys. Trust the process, stick to the plan. Profits will come. I don't say that just to like to give you guys hope. I say that because I know for a fact that that's how the market works. I've been trading for like 12 years now. So the only people who like last in this trading game long term are the people who don't give up, right? So just don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Don't complain. Don't act like you know everything, right? Because I don't know everything. Uh, and I just keep executing. So man, I think I'm up 100,000 for this week. That's pretty nuts across all my accounts. Because the other accounts had more. And man, look at all this green. Pretty sick. So I'm up over 100K. So this took out 2 of the accounts that got funded. So if you add those profits with today's profits, I'm well over 100K because I was at 75 yesterday and I made here. Let's just do the math real quick. Man, I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty sure everybody else here is hyped too. That was a pretty good trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me just, there's too many here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm just gonna do some math right here. 5, 20, 15, 20 times 9. It's 13,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1,300 times 8 plus 13,680 plus 650 plus plus 1250 plus 1250. Okay, so I'm up 28,420 for the day. All right, so plus, man, I wish there was an easier way to do this, but whatever, I'll do the math. And then plus for the week. Plus for the week, 4941 times, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, let me do this over here. Okay, 4727 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 33 plus 34, 587 plus 1910 plus 5901 plus 4646 plus 40186 plus 86 757. Uh, 86 757 for the week, plus two accounts. So the other two accounts, I'm around like 100K for the week so far, because you have to add the other ones from last week over here. I was up like 5, 10, whatever it may be. But yeah, basically whatever. I'm up 20,420 for the day. For the week, I'm up 86,757, plus the two accounts that got funded, which are no longer on my list. So that's kind of what I locked in. So gotcha. I'll try that out, Nicholas. So Nicholas said if you right click the column or indicator where you export. Okay, perfect. I think I'll do that. Once I get funded on all the accounts, I'll do that. It's just easier this way because, and also I lowered my contract size too for the funded accounts because I have two more funded accounts, but I lowered the contract size. So I only made 1,200, which typically would be a little more, 1,500. So it's just slightly a little. Yeah, the Mossy Great Day. Broyland said took a small scalp, PRB, BB3 full TP. He made 3,619 times 6 accounts for a super day. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, definitely, Froyland. I'm glad that you finally made it on here. I know you're trying to get on for a while. Yeah, Andreas unfortunately had to close out a little earlier, so he got partial profits. Tom over here is 300 away from getting funded. William said happy Pi Day, everyone. Oh yeah, it is Pi Day, huh? It's time to go get a pizza. It's time to go get a pizza today. See, William, nice work, William. Curtis said, should I quit my job now? Kenny said, we're making Apex money. They'll copy all these trades. Eventually, we'll be on all the live accounts if we stay consistent. Yeah, I agree with you, Kenny, 100%. Yes. Sadie said, don't break Apex. Great job, everyone. Albert said, Sean, where do you go for that report? So for this right here that I took a screenshot, if you go to your main control panel on NinjaTrader, it'll show all of your accounts there. So just make sure all your accounts are connected and then it'll have a list of like where everything's at. It's like the main window. You just have to make sure that it's all listed there. Also, if you're on Tradovate, you can also pull up accounts on there as well. It looks different, but I mean, it's basically the same difference. It's just another little option. There's a couple different options to do it. Kevin is $38 away from his first funded account. So Kevin, what I did was I calculated my contract size so that I could make more. So like these profits are a little less too on my accounts that just got funded because I lowered the contract size so that it's gonna stop right at where it needs to be, right? I was like maybe like $1,000 away, so I just lowered the contract size. So instead of risking 1,500, I was only risking 1,000 to reach that goal. So damn, what am I? Okay, so if I win another trade tomorrow, a bunch of my other accounts are gonna get funded too. I got a couple more that are kind of waiting to get funded here. I got, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got about like 8 or 9 accounts left to get funded. I just need like one more trade, I think. Just one more trade and it'll be good. And those will be funded too. So hopefully tomorrow is a good day. Again, hopefully we just have all wins this week and then I'll have 20 funded accounts by Monday. Or by Friday, I guess. All right, let me scroll down real quick. Yeah, no, we're on an 8+ win streak. Bamal said, when I get a copier, can I add my friend's account and trade it too? You can do your friend's Apex accounts. I mean, you can do a personal account, but not an Apex. Yeah, you're limited to 20 Apex accounts, and I wouldn't even risk it. Akil said, how do you work out contract size to use? Your contract size, so the equation for the contracts, if you're just only taking these breakouts, So the equation that you have to put together to do that is, so depending on your contract size, so contract size number times ym point worth times points TP stop loss. So that's how you find out it's worth 5 points each a kill. So for example, for me, I'm doing only the breakouts, right? So example, 10 contracts or 12 contracts, or here, we'll just do this example, one contract times $5 times 25 points. That's a TP stop loss, right? So, I mean, if you do the basic math for that right there, that is 1 times 5 times 25, which is 125. That's how much you do profit risk. That's how you calculate it. So what you would change is your contract size and then whatever your TP stop loss would be. If it's you're only taking the breakouts, it'd be 25 like I did here. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what your max drawdown is because I've never used the 25K count, but that's basically what you do. Like what you want to do is you want to calculate it to the point where you can lose 4 times back to back. So for me here, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't even update this. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So on 150K count, I have 5K drawdown. 10 contracts will give me 1,250 profit risk. So 5K divided by or shit. No, that was right. 5K divided by 125 will equal 4 opportunities to load count. So that's basically what I've calculated to. That's why for me, on my funded accounts, I only take 10 contracts because I have to lose 4 trades back to back in order to blow my account, which never happens, right? So I'm guaranteeing that I never blow my accounts. For you, you just have to do the math for the 25K on there, a kill. Yeah, so if you want me to tell you exactly what it would be, I mean, just let me know what the drawdown risk is, but I don't know what it is, so I can't. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I think it's better that you understand the equation versus me just telling you like, hey, Akil, take this, because now you can do the math yourself. Like when you get to a bigger account, you already know what to do. All right, Kenny, see you tomorrow. Let me scroll up real quick. Just want to make sure I answer all the questions before I get off here. Nice. Big congrats to Nick. Nick said he's just funded on all of his 4 Apex accounts and he's officially in profit on 2 funded accounts. Nice work, Nick. Yeah, no, smart. Let's see. 411 said, Sean, can you tell me the strategies, a couple of them that you think happen more often during the day? I know this sounds like overtraining, but it won't be. I mean, so here's the main ones that people use. So PRB, breakout V3, breakout V3 continuation, V1 variation, pivot scalp, momentum scalp. I mean, there's a lot. I can't even. I don't even think I can list them for them. You just have to figure out what works for you because I can literally list them all here, and there's going to be so many. Like literally any strategy on the list on the first, they all come up. There's not just 1 or 2. There's like literally all of them come up. I can go back and just review all the trades here. And I can show you at least 20 entries that came up today. So there's no one thing that I can tell you because I'm already listing them here. Here, let me just keep going. High-low scalp, triple confluence. What else is there? V2 variation, you want B3 variation. I mean, I don't know. You tell me to stop when you want me to stop. I could keep going forever. These are just like a handful of strategies here that come up, Berlin. So there's no one strategy that I can tell you, but I mean, you just gotta pick a handful. Just look for like a couple here that you like. Yeah, Nick said OG breakout, original breakout. This thing goes on forever. Breakout V2, breakout. I mean, there's so many strategies here, Berlin. So I can't tell you exactly what to look for, but if you look right here, I didn't even mark this up, but look, there's a high-low scalp right there that just came up. So this candle broke and closed past it. What happened right here? Same thing, another high-low scalp. What happened right here? Another high-low scalp. And that's on the list right there too. So there's a whole bunch, but what I'd recommend for them is just figure out which strategy you like to apply and then back test it. You know, you have the indicators, so go back and back test it and then see how many times they come up. Because they don't come up they come up every day, but some of them come up more than often than others. So like you'll see the V1 come up a lot. This is like a super big favorite. Pivot scalp is a super big favorite. I mean, they're all big favorites. Like I can't even like pick one or two, but there's so many. And another one, momentum pullback scalp. That's another one as well. Yeah, so the list goes on. I would just recommend focusing on like one or two strategies that you really like, Berlin, and then just master those because they're going to come up a lot. You're going to see them come up like, 5, 10, 20 times a week. Every day you're going to see them come up at least more than twice. But yeah, it's just up to preference. You just got to figure out what you like and stick to it. All right, guys. So I think that might be Ernest said, see you tomorrow. I got to call my boss. All right, yeah, no problem. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Actually, I didn't even go over everyone's profits. Give me a second. Okay, so we got Eunice here, total profit of 1,179. We got Andreas, total profit of 940. We have Maddie, total profit of well over 1,500. We have Cam over here, total profit of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, about almost 20K for the day. Nice work, Cam. We have Jonathan over here, total profit of well over 2,000 for the day. Great work, Jonathan. We have Maria, total profit of about 1,000 for the day. Nice work, Maria. Looks like you fixed your connection. We have Vince here, total profit of 1,169. We have Alicia, total profit of 2,468, well over 8,000 for the day. Nice work, Alicia. We have Kenneth, total profit of 246. About 8,2, so 8,000 for Kenneth over here. We have Natasha, total profit of well over 1,000. We have Nick here, total profit of well over 4,000 for the day, all wins. We have Kaner, total profit of 1,500 per account. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well over 9,000 for the day for Kaner. Nice work. We have Amal, total profit of well over 1,500 for the day, all wins. We have Casey here, total profit of 1,000 per account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 accounts, so well over 12,000. We have Jeff here, total profit of well over 1,000 for the day, all wins. We have Tom, total profit of 3,879 on his Apex, and a total profit of 2,228 on his FTMO. Nice work, Tom. We have Patricia here, total profit of 5,465. We have Arya, total profit of well over 4,000 for the day, all wins. We have Narita over here, total profit of 43,000 for the day, all wins. We have Madhu over here, total profit of 1,125. Nice work, Madhu. We have Patricia, total profit of 500 per account. She has 5 accounts there, so well over 2,500, all wins. We have Gian here, total profit of 1,134 for the day, all wins here. We have Brett, total profit of 1,250, all wins there on his funded too. Nice work, Brett. First day on his funded account. We have Steven here, total profit, not the Steven, but the other Steven, total profit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6,000 for the day. Nice work, Steven. We have Angela here, total profit of about 700 per account, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She has about 3,000 for the day. Oh, nice, she added up 3,789. We have William, total profit of 1,125 for the day. Nice work, William. We have Kevin here, total profit of 2,010. He's just like 30 bucks away from getting funded. Nice work, Kevin. We have Alex, total profit of well over 3,000 for the day. Just got funded on his 50K. Nice work, Alex. We have more profits from Gion, 1,188. And that looks like about it. So, all right, guys, lots and lots of profits for the day, lots of funded accounts, lots of wins. So that's about it, guys. So if you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. So, all right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys